Hello, this is Jessa Tapit, and I will be sharing with you the case of Philippine Veterans Bank versus the Honorable Court of Appeals with GR number 132767, promulgated on January 18, 2000, and penned by Justice Mendoza. Now for the facts of the case. Pursuant to Republic Act number 6657, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law, the Department of Agrarian Reform, or DAR, expropriated 4 parcels of land in Tagum, Davao, which were owned by the petitioner and covered by TCT numbers T-38666, T-38667, T-6236, and T-27591 for the purpose of distributing the same to landless farmers. On January 26, 1994, the petitioner, Philippine Veterans Bank, displeased with the valuation of the land made by respondents Land Bank of the Philippines and the DAR Adjudication Board, filed a petition for the determination of just compensation for its property with the Regional Trial Court, Branch 2, Tagum, Davao. On February 23, 1995, said petition was dismissed on the ground that it was not filed within the 15-day reglementary period for filing appeals from the orders of the DAR Adjudication Board under Section 51 of RA 6657. The Court of Appeals affirmed the decision of the Regional Trial Court and dismissed the petitioner's subsequent motion for reconsideration, hence this petition for review. The petitioner argues that DAR adjudicators have no jurisdiction to determine just compensation for the taking of lands under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, such jurisdiction being vested in special agrarian courts, and therefore a petition for the fixing of just compensation can be filed beyond the 15-day period of appeal provided from the decision of the DAR adjudicator. To counter the petitioner's argument, the respondents contended that actions for the fixing of just compensation must be filed in the appropriate courts within 15 days from receipt of the decision of the DAR adjudicator. Otherwise, such decision becomes final and executory pursuant to Section 51 of RA 6657. Now, the issue of the case is whether a petition for the judicial fixing of just compensation before Special Agrarian Court should be filed within the period provided in Rule 13, Section 11 of the DAR Adjudication Board Rules of Procedure, and before the decision of the DAR Provincial Adjudicator becomes final and executory. The court ruled that the petitioner's contention has no merit, and the decision of the Court of Appeals was therefore affirmed. And the reason behind is that the provision of Section 50 granting the DAR primary jurisdiction to determine and adjudicate agrarian reform matters and exclusive original jurisdiction over all matters involving the implementation of agrarian reform, which includes the determination of questions of just compensation, is in harmony with the provision of Section 57 granting the Regional Trial Court original and exclusive jurisdiction over 1. All petitions for the determination of just compensation to landowners, and 2. Prosecutions of criminal offenses under RA 6657. Under RA 6657, the Land Bank of the Philippines is charged with the preliminary determination of the value of lands placed under a land reform program and the compensation to be paid for their taking. It initiates the acquisition of agricultural lands by notifying the landowner of the government's intention to acquire his land and the valuation of the same as determined by it. Within 30 days from receipt of notice, the landowner shall inform the DAR of his acceptance or rejection of the offer. In case the landowner rejects the offer, a summary administrative proceeding is held by the provincial, the regional, or the central adjudicator, as the case may be, depending on the value of the land, for the purpose of determining the compensation for such land. The landowner, the Land Bank of the Philippines, and other interested parties are then required to submit evidence as to the just compensation for the land. The DAR adjudicator decides the case within 30 days after it is submitted for decision, and if the landowner finds the price unsatisfactory, he may bring the matter directly to the appropriate regional trial court within 15 days from receipt of the notice thereof. Accordingly, as the petition in the Regional Trial Court was filed beyond the 15-day period provided in Rule 13, Section 11 of the DOR Adjudication Board Rules of Procedure, the trial court correctly dismissed the case and the Court of Appeals correctly affirmed the order of dismissal. And that is all. Again, this is Jessa Tapit. I hope you're all well, as always, and may God bless you. Goodbye.